Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. And today we are on the road traveling on our way to Grand Canyon National Park and Wildlife. And this is a very, very beautiful picture here. We have clear skies today on the road, which is a plus, and we can see everything very, very clearly. Now on this trip here, we're going to be traveling upwards of 6,000 feet above sea level. It's going to be a little bit over 6,000 feet above sea level, and on the way to the Grand Canyon, there are signs letting you know exactly how far you're going up each step of the way as you're going higher and higher. And the reason for this is, in order to view the Grand Canyon, you actually going to be at the top of the Grand Canyon and looking down into it. So you actually have to climb higher and higher just to get to the top part where you can look out and where you can get to that famous glass bottom lookout. Now, you actually, if it's at all possible, it's best to try to stay for at least a couple of days, because this Grand Canyon is so massive that you have to see it in sections. And if you're on one side of it, you may not even see the glass bottom, and you're going to have to actually do a little bit of driving to get to the other side where you can get to that glass bottom lookout. And then they have other features along the way as well. So always just give yourself maybe 2 days to view everything, because it's so massive that you're going to need to have more time. Even if you start out first thing in the morning, it's so beautiful. You're going to spend quite a bit of time taking photos on whatever end that you start out with. So just keep that in mind. And so the sights along the way are just breathtaking. I got a lot of really, really good photos on the way. Just want to share these with you. And now if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the description box, and I can get those answered for you. So this was a very, very easy trip. Now, in Arizona, if you're starting out in Arizona, this is about a 4-hour drive, and it can take about 4 hours. So make sure you give yourself time to drive all the way up there. And lots and lots of views along the way. Yeah, so once you are in Arizona, it's going to take about 4 hours to get to the Grand Canyon once you reach Arizona. So just give yourself plenty of time. It's very, very beautiful, and I can't stress enough how wonderful it is to you see all the sights on the way. Now, right here, we have an elk here, and it looks like this elk has his antlers are off. Now, the antlers during March and April, they will shed their antlers. They come off. They deteriorate near the base, and they come off fairly easily, so it's not painful for the animal at all. But right back near autumn, the bulls will grow their antlers back so that they can during fighting season in autumn. So this bull, here's a close-up now. Now it looks like he has this one still has his antlers on, and right at the base they come off very easily, as I was saying. So yeah, he has his on. The other antlers look like they were off on that other elk. So you may see a elk with antlers and some without, and then some may be females. So it just depends. But these animals are beautiful. Okay, and here we are. This is the Grand Canyon. After seeing those beautiful animals, I just kept driving, and then we were right at the edge of, we just couldn't drive any further. We wanted to get out and just start taking pictures. We could have kept driving and driving, keep going, and then you get over to the glass lookout area where you can kind of step out there. That is absolutely beautiful. If you're coming to Grand Canyon, I definitely urge you to definitely go to that area. And you're never going to stop taking pictures, guys. So make sure that your camera or your phone is fully charged, because I actually I took pictures for like 4 hours straight on this day, and I still could have took more pictures because everything is so beautiful and so breathtaking. And then there's some little animals that you may see along the way. You may definitely want to get those, and it's all kind of things that you can take pictures of. This was just so breathtaking. You see how huge and massive it is now. Now there was a little animal. I was trying. It almost looks like a squirrel, and but I had to pull up the chart. There is a chart for Grand Canyon National Park that lets you know what type of animals that you could possibly see at the Grand Canyon National Wildlife Park. So here we go again. Another shot here of the Grand Canyon. It's so vast and so deep. And then guys, be very, very careful with getting those selfie shots. Don't do anything dangerous. Be real safe, because they will kind of give you some information, or you can also do your research on being really careful about wanting to step out on those little the little cliffs, little edges that's overhanging, to get the best selfie. Just I wouldn't even suggest doing that. Just be super careful, because you do want to enjoy your vacation, your trip. So I made sure I just kind of stayed on land. And now it looks like these people got a little bit close, but it was okay. They were still in a safe area, even though they got down a little bit further. So, and as you can see, there's actually way on the other side there. So that's what I mean. You're going to actually have to do more driving to get all the way around. And so here, let's see here. I took this photo. It's actually in another area, so there was a little bit more driving. You pull over, you take more photos. So it's going to be a lot of driving, a lot of photos, and make sure you get your directions on how to get yourself over to the glass lookout. Otherwise, you can do that on the second day or the third day, just depending on how many days you're going to take, because this is a massive amount of views and sights to see. And here's the beautiful skyline for that day. It was just awesome. And okay, so here's another view, and everything looks different. You just actually have to sit back and close your eyes for a minute, because I mean, it's just so beautiful that you have to like reset. And so all of the photos that you take are definitely most likely going to be picture perfect, just beautiful. And so here's more pictures. And like these edges, just be careful, guys. Try not to be tempted to step out on the edge there. Don't go too far. And so these are just breathtaking views. And almost any photo you take is going to be picture perfect. And look at here. And these look like pictures that could possibly be in a magazine. They turn out to be so beautiful. And the colors, it's so many different colors here at the Grand Canyon that you're not going to believe it. It's just the rock formation just gave so many different multiple colors. And then here's a side view of on the edge there, going downward to the hill. And some more views. So just take as many pictures as you can, and as I said, make sure you have your camera fully charged, or lots of film if you have that type of camera. So here's more views. Okay, and so make sure you, on your travels, make sure that you bring food with you, and then that way you don't have to keep stopping to get food. So here is a railing. So this one, they had to put a railing up on this one. Okay, now they do have a cafeteria at the Grand Canyon. So they do have a couple of restaurants. Just do your research, because if you don't bring food, you can always stop at the restaurant. We did have an opportunity to stop at the restaurant. The food was fantastic. So that's another option for you. Now this right here is the lookout tower. So back in the day, probably I'll put the dates in the description box that for the time when this tower was actually being used. Lookout soldiers would look out to see who was coming down in the Grand Canyon down near the base there, and they could see the if there was anyone coming, they would be able to see them and get prepared. In this tower, you can walk all the way up to the top. It's just stairs in there, and then it's a lookout. So it's you got to keep walking up and keep walking down, so you can't stop or rest or anything like that. And it's not too many steps, but it was just a beautiful experience. And they have a gift shop in there at the ground floor there. So beautiful, beautiful picture. So I was very proud to get this historic photo of this lookout tower. Just awesome. So you're going to get all kind of little wonderful surprises when you go to the Grand Canyon. And so just make sure, like I say, your camera is full. And so it looks like there's a person down at the base of that tower. Okay, guys, so if you have any questions, please leave them in the description box below. And I would like to thank you so much for watching. And have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, guys, so for the special information, if you enjoyed viewing the animals that were in the video, that's wonderful. And I just wanted to bring you this special information regarding the ZSL Instant Wild. Now, this is in partner with National Geographic and the University of Manchester. So what this is, it's a virtual volunteer conservation program for the wildlife where you can identify animals in photos or videos, and you can sign up, watch the videos, look at the pictures, and if you absolutely can identify the animal, you can go ahead and click on that identification. They're going to give you some options to click on. And that's helping them identify the animals, because they have cameras set up throughout different areas, forests and different places like that, that's capturing the animals. And they just need to know what animals are in what area. And you can help with identifying the animals. It's free. It's a virtual volunteer. And as you can see, I did receive this wonderful little certificate here because I was able to, and it lets you know if you can get to about 40 identification of animals, then you will get this special award. Now, sometimes you're going to click on something. If you didn't see an animal at all, you can click on that, and that's going to count as a point for you. And then sometimes if you looking at a picture and no animal is in the picture, or if the video is just videoing but no animals, you can go ahead and click on unknown, and then you'll get a point for that. So it's really fun, and I had a wonderful time. You can volunteer for 1 hour, 2 hours, or you can just go in and out, because you do sign up and create an account for yourself. And this is a wonderful way to volunteer, because we all are indoors now. So if you want to volunteer and help with the animal conservation, just go ahead, sign on and create your account. I'll leave a description in the box below. And If you have any questions or comments about the virtual volunteer, just put them in the comments box and I can assist you with that. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying to the end, guys, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.